Look at that view. Lovely, isn't it? Well, another day, another dollar. Time to move on. And I've had a really lazy morning this morning. I woke up at 7, but I was in one of my moods where I was a bit lethargic, and so I just took my time, had my breakfast, had a cup of tea, had another cup of tea, did a little bit of video, and oh, look at that view. Lovely, isn't it? Sardinia is quite beautiful, quite beautiful. It's all like this, rocky and little mountains. It's not the sort of place where you come to if you want bright lights and lots of noise. If you liked cycling, I would imagine this is a perfect place for you. I've seen lots of cyclists. So, what's the recipe today, Jim? Well, today I'm heading north, and I'm going to try and hug the coast as much as possible. Where I've just camped last night, it was on like a bit of a spur. So to go north, I've got to go inland a bit and then go north again, but that's the way it is. The roads are not too bad. On the main roads they're really good, but when you come onto the country roads, they're okay. You do get a few little potholes. I mean, they do have a lot to contend with because of the heat, so a lot of the tarmac tends to break up because of the heat and crack, but on the whole they're not bad. But so I'm heading north. I'm going to hug the coast, and then later on today I'll find somewhere to camp. Whether I'll camp out again somewhere in the countryside or whether I'll camp on an official campsite, I don't know. There's not that many campsites in there's not that many campsites, so you're quite limited really, and the campsites that are here are mostly for summer. So you'll find when you get past a certain point they'll be closed. But all these trees, all these forests. So if you are going to come to Sardinia purposely to camp, unless you're prepared to wild camp, then you'll find your choices are a little bit limited. And the campsites that are around are the ones with swimming pools, family orientated, and they'll probably cost anywhere between 22 and 25 euros a night for a motorbike and a tent. As for other accommodation, I really don't know, because hotels and things like that are not on my radar. So let's head north and see what the day brings, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye. beautiful. And I've just come from the coast right over there, and I've come all the way up here. Beautiful, isn't it? This is Sardinia. This is Sardinia. Beautiful. Well, this little town is called Arbus, A-R-B-U-S, Arbus, and hopefully I can find some fuel here. I've got 100 kilometres range on me, but when you're in a country where you're not sure about the availability of fuel, it's always worth keeping your tank topped up whenever you can. So as I was approaching this town, I saw they had a petrol station, so I thought, well, I'll get a top up. In Italy there's petrol stations everywhere, but coming to Sardinia I think it's a little bit different. There are petrol stations, but they're few and far between. Gosh, what a place to live. I wonder if this place gets cold in winter, how cold it gets. I wonder if they get snow. I wonder if they do get cold weather. I don't know. It's 24 degrees up here, and on the coast it's about 28, so being a little bit higher, obviously it's a bit cooler. This'll do for me. In Italy there's lots of independent petrol stations, but the majority are either AGIP, IP or Q8. I found the IP and the Q8 ones to be a little bit cheaper. Generally I've always seen that the AGIP ones seem to be a little bit more expensive. But one thing I do love though is the automated petrol stations. A lot of them have a machine there, and they're unmanned, and you just rock up, put your card in and get your fuel, which I think is pretty good. It just makes things easy. And there we go. Right, onward. Next stop now. I've done this little bit now with the mountains. Now I'm going to head over west and towards the coast, and to see a little bit of coastal scenery. Gosh, there was some great bendy bits today this morning. Whoa! There was about 10-15 kilometres, just bend after bend after bend. It was almost a bit like the Atlas Mountains in some ways in Morocco, although with the Atlas you used to get a lot of hairpins. With those bends it was just whoa, 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 which was pretty good. Oh gosh, right, where are we going here now? There we go. Oh, that was a junction on a hill. I was dreading stopping there. I think she was just as confused as I was. Right, let's head west. I've got a full tank of fuel, and the fuel is quite cool because my petrol tank has gone quite cold now, and it's quite a pleasure having something cool between my legs. I shouldn't be saying things like that, but right, I can't go that way, so Tom says go this way. Okay. And I've got another 39 kilometers of this before I hit the coast, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all, because it's nice and cool up in the mountains, and there's lots of bendy bits to keep me occupied. So I'll speak to you soon. I just stopped there because according to my map there was drinking water. Sometimes through Italy what you'll see is there'll be a public tap where you can just get drinking water, and according to my map there was supposed to be a tap there, but I couldn't see it as I needed to fill it with water. I carry a 5 litre water bag with me in one of my crash bar bags, and I used about 3 litres camping wild last night, and I'm thinking of camping wild again tonight, so I'll need some water, but no problem. I'm sure I'll find a shop at some stage, or maybe see another tap. Oh, look at that view there, look at that view. And let's head towards the coast. And I'm still heading north and I'm hugging the coast, and I just saw that there was a gap here with a bridge in the middle, going to a little place called, what's that called? Markeddi. So I thought I'd have a look, and it's getting towards lunchtime, so I fancy a break anyway. Hopefully I'll get something, be able to get a sandwich and something to drink over there. Right, there's no one coming, so I'm gonna go. back on the road again. I've been wild camping for the past couple of nights, and we actually had some rain last night, and it got a little bit windy as well. Anyway, I'm about 2/3 of the way up the west coast, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go across country and head over to the northeast coast, and just up at the top of Sardinia I was looking on Google Maps and I saw a campsite that looks quite interesting, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've got about 146 kilometres, 110 miles to do today. It'll probably take about 3.5 hours. And it's very peaceful here, very peaceful, although I'm not liking this road much because it's loose shale, and I've got road tyres which are pumped up quite high. Oh look, some pelicans, pink ones, pink and white ones. So, back on the road again. Speak to you soon. Bye bye. Hello the internet, and hello to my subscriber. I hope you're managing to stay warm and dry at the moment. The only problems I'm having is keeping the sun off the top of my head because I've left my cap at back at the tent. Anyway, here I am. I'm in Sardinia. A week ago I caught the ferry over from Napoli to Cagliari, and then I worked my way up the west coast. I got a little over halfway and I've had a night in a forest. I've had a night sleeping next to a beach, had another night on like a cliff right next to the sea, which was really good. And then I worked my way across country and I hit the northeast coast. And I'm just camping not far away. I'm at a place called Porto Raffaele. Porto Raffaele. And between you and me, I think to live here or to stay here, you need a few dollars in the bank. Anyway, this is me. And just over there, you can just see it in the horizon. That's Corsica. And that's where I'm heading to tomorrow. And I'll spend the week in Corsica, see what's there. But Sardinia, I've not really got my head around it yet, really, because it's a very rural country, it's a very quiet country, it's a very mountainous country. You've got flat bits round the edges, around the coastline, but then in the middle bit, really, it's mostly quite mountainous and quite rocky. At the south, there's not a great deal of tourist industry. I think in Cagliari, they get a lot of cruise ships coming in, and I think most of the tourism is in this bit up in the north. And I know further along on the on the northwest coast, there's lots and lots of beaches. But it's been a good week, and I've enjoyed it. It's been good. It's not a very busy place. When you go to Italy, for instance, or France, there's lots of traffic, but over here it's very quiet indeed. Mind you, it is the off season now. It's not the tourist season, but it's still a lot of camper vans, lots and lots of German camper vans, and they're all doing the same as me, which is hiding from the rubbish weather back in Northern Europe, and we're all looking for the sunshine. Anyway, where I'm at the moment, so the campsite just near Porto Raffaele, there's two campsites. One of them was a bit like a refugee camp, so I left there, had a look around, and I left there. And I found another one, just a smaller one on the outskirts, and it's €12 a night, and it's great. You pay extra for electricity, but I don't need any electricity. I've got my little solar panel, so I'm fine. But €12 a night for the motorbike and the tent is not bad at all. And the showers are brilliant. We've even got a trattoria on site. I've not tried it yet. I might try it tonight, but we'll see. But this has been Sardinia. That's a week in Sardinia, and it's been really peaceful. It's been really good. And the roads is lots and lots of twisty bits. One day I left the coast and I worked. I headed east and I came round in a semicircle back to the coast because there were some mountainous areas, and it was whoa. It was just bend after bend after bend, which I thought was really good and I really enjoyed it. But well, that's me, that's Sardinia. So maybe I'll come back next year, maybe the year after. It's the sort of place you want to if you want peace and quiet. You don't want a lot of hassle, and it's that sort of place, really. So this is me in Sardinia. Tomorrow heading over to Corsica, and I'm going to spend a week there and see how Corsica is. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.